Hello, Rebecca. How's it going? Thanks very much for your connection with me. This is the video response to your private message, which you've said that you don't mind being public either, so that's good. You wanted to post it as a public comment, but the YouTube fucked you around. I understand that. It's doing that to me sometimes too. Anyway, so yes, I mentioned in an earlier video blog that I was lesbian. Yeah, and then you say I think I understand, and you go on to say loads of things, and I'm not that lesbian. I'm not totally. I'm lesbian in the fact that, like, you know, I'm definitely more of a touchy person, and I don't use my penis all the time for sex, but I absolutely do use my penis for sex too, and you know, so I'm not lesbian in that sense. I'd be lesbian, like there's plenty of lesbians out there that use strap-ons, you know, because simply they're just pissed off with shagging men that haven't a clue how to shag, you know. I'm not saying that I'm the best shagger in the world, but I have to say that I was a brilliant shagger when I was younger, and I've kind of lost it, and I stupidly mention it to my girlfriends or even girls that I'm shagging, you know. I tell them, you know, oh Jesus, I'm really sorry, because I come quite quickly now. In general, you know, come quicker than I used to. Anyway, get back to the point here is that I do have relationships with females. I've had plenty of girlfriends, and I would urge you to realize that you seem to be a lovely person, and you know, that you can also be with the woman, and you can find women that are absolutely wanting a guy like you or me, you know, the person that, you know, is definitely more female than male. I don't look more female than male, and a lot of people would say that I don't even act more female than male. I would put that down to my 13 years of being on testosterone. Just to let you know, I've put a fucking elastic band around my middle finger here, and it's just sore. Now I'm getting it off. Oh, ow. Okay, here we go. Yes, I want my females in my life to acknowledge that I'm XXY. You're right about that. Yeah, and I want them to treat me equal with XXs, like with women. Yeah, I want them to treat me like they would treat a woman. Of course, not in the bitchy way. It's complicated, this reply. Yeah, I've never wanted to have a relationship with a man either. I'm absolutely non-gay, I'm not into men. By the way, you're new to my channel, and I don't edit my videos, and I generally don't think before I speak. I just do it, you know. I don't have time for that. I don't have mental brain power to be dealing with, you know, choosing what is best to be putting out, you know. So just go with me here. It's waffle, waffle, waffle. That's what you're going to be getting. Let me just read out what you said, okay? Because I think it's brilliant. You mentioned in an earlier video blog that you were a lesbian. I think I understand. Question mark. You want to have a relationship with a female, but you want her to acknowledge that you are an XXY, but that still gets in the way because they see you as an XY. You want them to treat you equal with XXs. This came up with a blog in response to me telling of my story of being feminine looking and living as a female. I really do completely understand. I have never wanted a relationship with a man. It sickens me to think of it. I, however, would like to have a relationship with a female, and just to jump in there, you absolutely can. You'll find one. I wanted to see, not that I have my eyes on anybody, that I am just like her. I behave like her, have the same thoughts, and deserve the same gentility as she would expect, but still would like her to acknowledge me as XXY. It really is, as you say, about changing people's minds. Yeah. I have never had a relationship with a female before because I have never liked the risk of them thinking that I am male, or that in some weird aspect I am transgender. My girlfriend is amazing that way. All my girlfriends have been amazing that way. Okay, maybe one or two of the girlfriends haven't really got it, but they didn't really care. I think most women don't really care, and they're overjoyed and happy when a man comes along and says, well, I'm actually not total man, because most women are pissed off with men, normal men, stupid idiots, man. Can't connect with them at all, yeah. So you're not transgender, you're XXY. I would not like, back to your thing, I would not like them to feel that I would have penetrative sex with them. Of course now I would. The thought of that has always sickened me. I understand that, I absolutely do understand that. But I'm just not like that. This is getting confusing. What did you write? What am I saying? Sorry. Go back to what you're saying. I don't want that. A relationship is all I am after. More to the question, would I be able to use my penis in that way? No, I have never thought about sex. And there's a lot of people like you there, so I'm not like that, but I know a lot of people on the internet. I'll put you in contact with them if you want. This back to you again. So there is a lot of crazy thoughts still going through my head, but you have helped me because I know now that I'm not the only one. Well, just because I said to you that I do use my penis for penetrative sex doesn't mean that oh god, brain damage here, doesn't mean that you're still the only one. You're not the only one. There's loads of people, but obviously most people don't want to discuss that, especially not on the internet to everybody. Personally, I think it's a good idea to express it to everybody, so that millions of people out there who feel exactly like you do, and then millions of people who feel exactly like I do, can realise that we're actually all not alone. It's just that most people don't talk about it. Back to you again here. You did say that you would leave the stuff about you and your gear for another blog. I haven't come across any video of you and your gear. What do you mean by gear? Do you mean like my penis and balls? Are there any? Yeah, there are some videos of mine. I did XXY bathing, and I got a couple of ones, but I'm not allowed to show my penis and balls on YouTube or on Facebook. And I recently on Facebook said to my group, XXY group, if you want to join it, by the way, just contact me again on that. I said to them, like, I'll easily, no problem, put my penis and balls up on photos if you want to see them. I don't care. I don't mind. Erect, non-erect, I really don't mind. So anyway, yeah, and then you say at the end, and I really thank you for this last thing, about all of that abuse you've had, I feel very sorry. That whole eruption of anti-intersex and denial of intersex, not that I have changed my opinion on the subject, stuff was my fault. Well, it wasn't your fault, you're entitled to your opinion. My opinion will also stay strong as it is, and I do believe that we're all intersexed, if we are not typical male or typical female. That means that I would say most of the world are actually intersexed. And intersex for me means like a mix of the two characteristics of feminine and masculine traits, or if you're physically a mix of both, or even you're not 100% totally male. Do you know what I mean? All sorts of things. It's a complicated issue, I know, but I do have to stick with my guns here and basically continue with my mission of trying to get people to realise that we are just people at the end of the day, and that science has generally got it a lot wrong over the years, and people are scared to admit that they might even be intersex because of the actual word intersex itself. Sex in a word generally puts off Christians and people like that. And Christians, I'm sorry, but are generally narrow-minded and not as respectful as they should be. And that's that's why I get in trouble, because I say things like that. But I say that in the best of ways I possibly can. I'm not out to piss people off completely, but yet, I mean, how am I going to be able to say what I want to say without pissing people off? Because at the end of the day, what I'm saying is stuff that most people aren't saying, but that doesn't make it untrue, does it? So I'll leave you and love you, and don't worry about writing love, blah blah, because that's the thing. Love is an overused word. Saying to somebody that I love you, most people don't love the person they say that to. So anyway, my point is that I'll give you back some love from me to you, and sends Beatles, doesn't it? Yeah. And and I hope that we will talk more into the future, me and you, about issues. And we're not going to agree on everything, but you know what? It's great to even agree on some things. Okay, bye now. Ciao.